Hello.
Good evening. We are
Hello.
back from another week of our sharing session. Hope everyone is good. Have everyone taken their dinner? I hope so.
We are good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah.
You can
Recently I
comment.
had my vaccination. Okay. So I hope everyone who has their vaccination, you all rest well. All right. Maybe we can wait a little while, see any more people joining us.
Come, we need more share. Share to your friends.
Yeah.
This one very helpful today.
Right. So, Terence, Joe, have you all taken your dinner?
Yes. Thank
yes.
you.
Taken your dinner. Same here. I think I had too much dinner for myself.
Oh, where you have
Dinner
it?
overload. I had rice noodle. Some new recipe that I cooked up, but I think I had too much.
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah.
I just went for McDonald's.
I have a
McDonald's.
braised pork. Braised pork.
Braised pork. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Wow, braised pork. You see, this lucky boy has braised pork.
Yeah, so someone
Okay.
is in. Hello, you can say hi.
Who is in can just give a wave. At least I know who it is. Right. Today we have a special session that will be presented by Terence Chiu. Okay.
Hello.
And then our guest for today will be Jo Liu. I'll be your MC for this evening. MC or either host for this evening. Okay. Should we wait probably one more minute for people to get ready to come in?
Sure. We will continue.
I think maybe some people are having their dinner at the moment. Sometimes MCO, you stay at home, then you have a late dinner.
I saw they are
Somehow,
coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, 6 people. Suddenly, that's fast. It's quick.
Yeah. Okay. But I don't see I can't see who it is.
Oh, hi.
No
I
com-
think someone
no
here.
no comments yet.
No
No
Feel
comments
comment
free
yet.
yet.
to communicate with us.
Yeah.
It's fine. Don't be shy.
Okay. All right. I think for those who has just joined us a while ago, just want to let you know that today's topic will be shared by Terence, our youngest among the group, Terence, and then our guest for today will be Jo Liu. So without further ado, as we have got Yuki joining us. All right. Without further ado,
Hello,
let me
Yuki.
spotlight to Terence.
All right.
Would
Thank
you
you
like to
so
share
much,
your
Kevin.
topic? Yes.
Yep. Before that, it's not so much about me that's sharing. It's more like I found out something that opens up for discussions to see the reports, the reports that's been out for 2021 first quarter. So it's just an open book where you and I can discuss together. I just want to see and listen from your opinions, especially the audience, those who buying house or planning to buy house or already some already bought. Then you might have the feel of pinch from the market as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Hello.
see.
Okay, let's see. Come.
Let's share the screen. All right. So we are talking about the 2021 first quarter, which is already past, and we want to see what's the changes and what just happened in the first quarter in the property market. So I'm pretty excited to hear from Joe and Kevin and some of you as well to see what do you feel and what do you think about the transactions and property in the first quarter. Let's see. Let's start from numbers. Just a disclaimer that these sessions will a little bit boring to some of you because it involved a lot of numbers.
A lot of numbers. Yeah.
yeah, all the reports, it's about numbers, charts, and all this boring stuff. I will try my very best to make it interesting, so you will keep watching and stay tuned. All right, let's start from the biggest piece, the biggest picture, as the volume of the first quarter, property transactions. The volume is 80,000. Can you say that?
80,000.
80,000. Yes, 80,000 transactions just by 3 months alone. 80,000. Do you think it's a lot?
Q1 means January to March 2021,
That's right.
right?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yes.
Means 20K per month. About 20K per month, right?
No.
20
It's-
something. Like.
Yeah, more than that. 20 more than 20.
Wow.
Yes. More than 20. It's about 27, I guess. 26, 27 per month. 27,000 transactions per month. That includes all the residentials, commercials, industrials, and everything. Land
Okay.
is
In
included.
total, the
in the-
transaction
yes,
in
80,000.
total.
Yes,
Okay.
80,000. And with those 80,000, it worth up to 36 billion. 36
Wow.
billion.
B.
12
What
billion.
market is bad?
I
Uh,
think it's not all that bad.
no, yeah, you see, the basic things still need to happen. The eat, food, and stay. In Chinese, we say 衣食住行. It's still it's essential things for us. So it's still necessary. So no matter how bad it is, the demand is still there. Okay. Some I heard because of MCO, they need to stay at home way longer, which also mean buying houses and also renting houses increasing in numbers as well. Why we say that? Later we will see. Okay, so in the volume we can see as usual. Normally, residential will take the biggest pie of cake, which is up to 64%. Is it very clear on all the numbers? Should I zoom in
I
more?
think you zoom in. Make a zoom.
I think I should
Wow,
zoom in.
52,000.
So it's about 52,000, 64.8%. So it's more than half in residential. Okay. Second, it will goes up to agriculture and
Oh,
commercials. Sorry,
I
it's
think this one
development and land.
also
Sorry.
include sub-sale and the project, right? The figure.
Correct. Everything.
And,
Sub sales, new projects, everything. All right. So that's the
Wow.
total volume. 80%, 80,000 transactions. Okay. So whether I got involved in this 80,000, yes, quite minimal. I hope to gain a bit more. At least 1%. This 800. That's too much. So sorry. I mean 0.1%. Okay. So we will see about the value of subsector. That's 36 billion.
6.
Correct. So this is the volume and this is the value. Same.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
We will see the transactions trend volume. Trend. Okay, let's put it apple and apple lah. First quarter
Okay.
on 2021, right? And also the first quarter of 2020. You see the difference?
Yeah.
72,000 and 80,000. Okay, by right, what happened on first quarter 2020? Last year, what happened?
2020. I know something. Maybe we find the guests, whoever who are here, can comment. What happened in the 2020 Q1?
Yes.
2021.
Last year first quarter.
Q1.
What happened last year first quarter?
Last year, what you mean 2020?
Yes.
First quarter, March.
Hello,
March,
Hill.
there's March.
Hello, Jessica.
There's this. Hi,
Come, who are the
everyone.
guests?
Yeah.
Jessica say MCO.
Yes,
First quarter.
correct.
Yes,
And
correct. First
when
quarter start MCO on March 18, but that's quite towards the end of the quarter.
Yes.
If quite towards the end of
True.
quarter, that doesn't accumulate the
Hello,
numbers. That doesn't big effect. It's just less than 2 weeks time of the MCO lockdown. So you have way more 2.5 months to actually in the markets, which is open like normal. Okay. So you can see on the first quarter of 2020 is 72,000 transactions. Okay. It's like a normal time with no MCO and nothing, except the 18th of March, which is the end of the first quarter, which I don't see as a big deal. But if you see on 2021 first quarter, what happened on 2020 this year first quarter?
It's still increased.
It's increased, but what happened?
This year,
Which-
2021, we were having our before the recovery stage of MCO. There's still movement is still slightly restricted
Okay,
to a
correct.
certain radius. Yes, yeah.
I give you a clue. It happens on January.
January.
Recovery
This
IMCO
year
is it?
January.
RMCO.
No.
Oh,
No.
no, not in recovery. It's actually CMCO time.
CMCO. CMCO.
Consider CMCO, but some restriction also.
Yes.
No. Wait,
No.
got one very specific event. Okay, I just reviewed the answer. It's MCO 2.0 happens on January. But of course, the MCO compared to 1.0, it's a huge difference, right? You know that MCO
Yes.
1.0, it's like total lockdown, is worse than what we currently having is 3.0. It's totally you cannot go out at all. You can't hardly see any cars. You can stand outside and just count with your own fingers by days on first 1.0, right? So but on 2.0, which is happened on January. Remember we PropNex have a meeting online. That's it. You know,
correct.
We still can have activities. Not much of difference. There's not much of roadblocks. Much more linear, as in that way more linear. As in fact of that, you can tell that with the MCO 2.0 and all the movement controls, there's still increments of 8,000 transactions of 8,000. That's increment. That shows what? That shows no matter what kind of situations, MCO, no MCO, correct or not? There's
Still no transaction.
Don't care CEO or anything. It's still an increment. But okay, like what Jessica Dong said, in the first quarter there's an MCO that starts on March 18, right?
Yes.
Which heading towards the second quarter, because we know that the lockdown it's more than 2 months, I guess. Is it 2 months?
3 months.
Yeah, around.
It's 3
more
months
than
actually.
2 months. So you can
it's 3
tell
months
if based on what you say is 3 months, then the whole second quarter is just gone. Okay,
but I
by the
believe
lockdown.
there are still transactions going on.
There are still transactions, which is half of it. Half of it it's not bad. If you're talking about a total lockdown, no viewing allowed, no going out allowed, no movement of your renovation allowed, so much restrictions, but yet still have half of what we have today, then that's considered not bad. I thought was expected way less than 20%, for example. But no, 50%, correct or not? So
I thought some of the people maybe think that it's about maybe 20 or maybe 10,000.
Yes, correct. Then after that, it opens up the border. We go back to recover movement control. Then there's a huge spike, boom, of 100 from the MCO to RMCO. It's like 109% percentage of increase.
Even higher than Q1, 2020.
Yes. But Q3 and Q4 is just almost the same, but it slightly dropped a bit. It's fair because it happens on New Year. Chinese New Year happens, so transactions slow a little bit, but it doesn't affect a lot. All right. So this is just a forecast, but not a forecast. It's just a history transaction from the last year compared to the first quarter that we are having now, just passed. So this is just a slight info, but we still come back to the focus on first quarter on 2021. Okay. So the construction activity. Let's go through a construction activity. Completion and new plan supply. Completion starts and new plan. So completes unit starts and new plan supplies. So in first quarter, right? Okay, residential apartments, service apartments, and shop retails. So we know that residential usually goes to the highest, where the demand is the highest. So it's
Yes.
pretty normal. Just numbers for you to look through, just to see. There's nothing to compare because everything is different. So I can say that completion is still not bad. See, there's a 15,000. I thought that because due to the last year pandemic things, you might slow down the completion, but not really. That's a good result of completion. You take time to complete, all right? Okay. Then you see, okay, this is just a Q1, correct? Or not? You see already the focus of Q1. And then this will be the comparison from 2020 to 2021. Okay. You will see that 15,000 from here, residential, just what we saw in completion unit, 15,000. You have a tremendous drop. Tremendous drop, up to 50%. Right.
Can also see the new supply also drop.
New supply also drop. Completion also drop. But if you go back to here, the transaction doesn't drop 50%. See that? So
supply drop, demand still have.
Yes, demand still high. That shows what? That shows people, if demand is higher, then the price will go higher.
Unless supply is not enough, then the price will go up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. This is service apartment. So just a rough idea, it's dropped even more. Later we will see. Later we will see below of the chart. Later of the presentation slide, we will see which side of the service apartment affects the highest.
Well,
okay.
Have to.
You think it's Klang Valley? Later you will find out.
I think so. Klang Valley should be very high.
Yeah, because that's the most highly congested places and most development so far in the whole Klang, Malaysia. Okay. So this is just the trend of transactions or construction activities. Okay, I have a question for you guys. Like, what affects the construction's drop tremendously? Why? Why construction drop?
Why construction will drop?
Anyone can answer?
Construction drop. Maybe arrival of raw material during the MCO period. It may delay.
Some raw materials are import raw materials. Okay.
Yeah.
Good point. You see, you can actually audience can actually interact with me because I might also learn something new from the audience as well. Hi, Sally. I also could be learn something from you because I'm not perfect. I'm still learning. Just that I open up this presentations to have a discussion. Like, it's not so much of sharing. I'm not a guru. Yep. Great. Okay, because of raw material, that is also could be possible. There's a shortage of manpower as well. Could be shortage of manpower because
some more delay.
Yes, delay. Yes, because most of the time you will go quarantine. Correct?
Hello, Nuru.
Hi, Nuru. You got go quarantine.
Very good topic. Come.
All right. So let's see. So there's raw material because raw material might take time to import and export and everything. Other places, other country might slow down their production line due to all the pandemic things. We might be our shortage of manpower to complete the constructions. Many workers and many staff is still under quarantine. Some yep.
Quarantine.
Yep, correct.
Somehow we just know that the COVID last year. Okay, let's
all right.
see.
Let's see about the market status. This is the residential newly launched, or known as project newly launched. Okay, so it's for residential. Okay, so just launch. This is not what available in the market. Just launch. Just launch itself have close to about 6,000 units.
Wow.
Okay.
Newly
6,000.
launched 6,000.
But sold at less than 1,000. It's surprisingly it's low, but it's fair enough for newly launched. As the name shows, it's a newly launched. They need some time to do marketing, and marketing you don't go too fast. There's take time to actually let the people market know the product, so it take times. So
I think this one so-called the newly launched means the developer just launched a project. I think the newly launched
Yeah.
the
Correct,
documents
correct.
are saying.
correct. So let's see. The newly launched project that's 38%. High rise. Okay. I always heard a lot of people say high rise is oversupplies, it's too much. But in this case, just the 38% newly launched, where the landed is 62%.
A lot.
A lot. Yeah.
Okay, 62%, which means the landed is more than the high rise. But right,
By
in the piece of
percentage-wise
land,
lah.
yeah. Do you know why or not? Why suddenly that's so much landed
Landed.
compared?
I think not in Klang Valley. I do so many projects, so no Klang Valley.
Joe, you are so
It's true, Joe. That's
can
true.
tell can tell Joe is someone is in the market because he knows very well.
It's
And also
true.
at the same time, he's so smart to review it so fast. Yes, exactly. You see? Let me show you this. You said, yeah. You see, there's 700 over units and about 1,400 units outside the Klang Valley. Could be because that Negeri Sembilan and also Pahang could be 80% of the unit is landed. Do you think Pahang and Negeri Sembilan would want to build their property in high rise? It's not say impossible, but it's less likely, right? Because their land is quite huge.
No. She say Pahang
Pahang
banyak.
banyak.
Yes.
Betul ke?
Banyak tu apa? Banyak landed ke? Or landed. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I
So
believe land is still ample in around other states versus Klang Valley, such as in Kuala Lumpur, Selangor. Yeah.
Klang Valley area. Yes. So that's why go balik kampung.
Because banyak landed. She say banyak landed.
Yes.
Sebab banyak landed, banyak orang tak mampu nak balik cross country. They cannot go to other states. So just stay here in high rise in Klang Valley. So they cannot move around. Okay, so unit solar, yep, the more the numbers, of course, it make up a higher percentage of the units that sold. Same goes to the high rise.
High rise very less.
Yes. Newly launched. Plus, if without MCO and everything, right, I believe that the unit of high rise will be increasing. I believe lah. This is what I believe because many developer on hold of launching too many in the market, as we know.
Yeah.
Why? Because this is come to the next topic, which is called residential overhang. It is because of too much overhang units. Developer also doesn't want to launch too many new projects, and they will destroy the market when there's too much supply.
Price will be brought down.
Correct. So this overhang.
I want to ask something.
Yep.
Actually, what is so-called overhang?
What is overhang property? Overhang property is other than new launch. Sorry, it's where new launch property which accumulated sometimes we still haven't sell out yet, which is called overhang.
I believe what it meant by overhang meaning that it's completed but not sold. Those are overhang. Would that be correct? I believe that would define overhang for overhang property, meaning that it's completed and yet it is still not sold.
Yeah, Teresa said it's a leftover, which is
Leftovers.
overhang.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Correct.
Not mistaken, I think once the developer completed already, didn't sell means overhang. Leftover.
Overhang.
It's overhang. Yes. Yeah.
Unsold. Yeah.
Unsold unit.
Unsold,
Yes. Unsold unit.
Yes.
There's so many unsold unit.
So much.
Yeah, too much. And the worst part is not in KL. It's not in Klang Valley. The worst place is
Johor.
Johor.
Oh, 6,000.
I think
surprisingly,
I think,
is you
I
see,
heard about
even
one of their project there. There's a lot of overhang around that project. I think it's Forest City or something like that. I'm not sure, Joe. You heard of that?
usually
project
this
before?
market, yeah, like the what you say just now mentioned, Kevin, the
project.
the Forest
JV
City,
project.
the Forest City,
Forest
yes.
City.
The
Yes,
Forest
yes.
City is developed by China developer, and
Yes.
the product is mainly target overseas consumer.
Yeah. And also
So-
Singaporean as well.
Singapore
investment.
consider foreign
overseas side.
market lah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
foreign markets cannot come into Malaysia as the border closed. So that's also a reason why there's so much overhang of the property.
Mm.
It's not surprise.
Yeah.
So due to too many Malaysian cannot go out, they stay at home. But usually they stay where most of the people they stay in KL. Therefore, they will buy more property in Klang Valley. That shows that why so surprised that out of these three prime places, Klang Valley is the lowest when it comes to overhang property.
Mm.
So Singapore,
Means
Johor,
this property means overall property, right? Or is it? It
Yes.
says residential property. Overall
residential only, yeah. Residential. I don't count all those industrial, commercial. No, I just say about residential. Okay, so high rise, terrace, and others. See, total up to 27,000 unit, and 3,600 plus for in Klang Valley. So I think it's a good time now to actually tap in the market. Why? Because there is so much offer. A lot of offer.
Because of overhang, developer may give a lot of package to
Yes.
sell fast. Some more, the government also helping us because of the overhang since last year, the HOC package.
Yeah.
Yes. HOC also triggers the economy.
Has been extended already. Yes.
Yes, extended to year end. They always say extend, so even they say until year end. We don't know, but I don't want you to carry that kind of attitude or mentality that since he always extend, might as well just wait. But when the time is closer, means it's closer. So its extend is a bonus. See, it's a bonus for you. It's a bonus that you have to grab it quick. But if it's close, then it's close. Too bad. So it's better to grab it early as possible.
At least you grab now, still the figure is high, You grab now, you still can get some better choice one.
Correct.
Else, you wait until maybe November, December, you grab the unit is lesser choice. Then some more very stressed, because HOC don't know whether continue, not continue in the December,
Yes.
Although we are continuing in June.
Yeah,
I put it
certain cut-off time. So it's best to log in. You focus on the unit you want, and all that favors you. Log in the unit, and then at least you get a rebate to enjoy the extended HOC package by the stimuli package from the government.
Yeah. Plus, there's a vaccine rollout pretty quick. So by next year, I think everything will go back to normal. Then too bad. But another good news is that some of you might think that the property market could be expensive. A lot of leftover is expensive. It's a high-end market that's nobody buy. But in fact, that's not true. Why? because up to 50% of the property, more than 50% of the property, it's below 500,000.
Oh.
Mid-range.
I think this is a below range. The mid range is this one,
Mm.
500 to a million. That's a mid range. Mid range also 24%. Only small amount
24%,
of
yeah.
high end property is at 14%. So it's good buy lah. 500k below in Klang Valley, it's good buy already. It's a very good buy. This kind of price is like when I first joined in property 5 years ago as agent. That's like 500k plus, and now it's still having 500k plus. So it's a good time to actually tap into the market. Okay.
Some more, I know that you last time you work as a project agent, right?
Yes.
Don't have
Yes,
HOC
that's
package, right?
No,
Someone
I
don't
don't
have
have
the total package.
I don't have HOC, and on top of that, I have GST.
Ah,
2015, I remember. 2015, 2016.
Yeah. GST, yes.
GST. See, I know something.
okay. Maybe
Okay.
here you maybe here some people don't know what is a HOC. HOC is actually government home ownership campaign, which means can help you to absorb your MOT, your stamp duty for transfer unit from the developer to your name. So this one you can save for example 1 million you can save 24k. Okay, so this one is actually big amount. You can use this amount to do renovation, extension, everything.
Yes. Tax exemption. Tax exemption.
Tax exemption, correct.
Government is take tax from you, take money is through tax. So he return it back by the waive away the tax for you. That's the best thing government can do for you. So you know that we cannot escape death, and also tax. So now is the time for you to escape tax from buying a property. Why not? So okay, next we go and see the market status of service apartment. Just now we say residential, and now we talk about service apartment. So overhang Q4 and Q1 of 2021, not much different. Overhang means bring forward so it's just that it shows that 0.3% lesser already which means 0.3% has been sold out already. So people is buying property. Okay. Yes. Again, same thing, but service apartment is way more expensive. You can see biggest pie of cake is at the mid range, 500 to a million. Which you can see below 500 is just like 10%.
Maybe this one in outstation because it's whole Malaysia.
Yeah. So you can see that wait, let me show you one more thing is that the most service apartment area is
the wow
16,000. Crazy, right?
Crazy.
Jaw drop But I see this number, I jaw drop I couldn't believe 16k. 16k.
How much is the overall already?
Overall 26,000.
23,000.
Sorry, 23,000. So
you take half or
more
more
than half. More than half. Easily more than half.
Wow,
Way more than half already.
You need to think about it.
So now we know why. Now we know why that there's so many units outstanding here.
This is actually
majority is high rise plus with yep.
No,
So
I know. We call LV.
16k.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
16k half already. It's a lot.
It's
way more than KL and Selangor combined.
6,000.
In this case, Johor, because most of their property market, they target mostly from our neighbors, from Singapore and from China and all that. I believe due to the MCO, which hit last year, and then it prolonged up to this year, it does have a detrimental effect on the property there in Johor. What do you think?
through this pandemic, right, I learned something from it is that the Klang Valley market, which also Selangor and KL market, is actually local buyer more.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with you.
And
Mm.
Johor
I would agree with you.
is focused on foreign market.
More
So
foreign
through this
market,
pandemic,
yes.
I can see very clearly because this border are closed. So many
Yes.
people cannot buy Johor property. And because border are closed, many Malaysians stay in our homeland. Therefore, they buy more properties on the homeland.
Oh, a lot.
That is just my opinion. That doesn't mean
Yes,
it's 100% true. Just my
Mm.
just what I think. Okay, you might
Yeah,
differ your own arguments.
for audience, you can use our this data to have a reference. But if let's say you need to know more, I think definitely 16,000 units there. You need to walk one by one the developer to know what happened. But it's a good time also because so many unit overhang means the developer definitely they give a lot of nicer
yeah.
package one.
Package, the rebates are more attractive.
Yes, because they need to really and whatsoever they need to sell all.
Yes.
Else they would. Come.
Okay, let's see. Malaysian housing price index. Whoa,
Wow,
exciting.
this one interesting. I like this one.
Okay, let's see. Index and the annual quarterly change from for Joe. I think this you have much more experience to share about this.
20.
Yeah, much more. Don't say like I'm so old lah.
10 years ago,
Joe,
I'm
you're
still
not.
studying.
Joe, you're not old. It's your
experience.
experience. You have
Yes.
more
This one I
experience
like
than
it so much. You know why? Okay. A lot of people maybe see this one. You are not so clear. Okay, from on the right hand side, the blue color bar is actually this is a bar chart considered from Q1 2021 on the left hand side. Okay, and then until the mouse circle just now till the end is actually Q1 2021. Means this is the pricing from 2021 to 2010, sorry, to 2021. This is a 10 years price. Okay, maybe I think Terence can zoom a little bit, focus on the Q1 index 2021. You see the average price is 209. Sorry, go back. Sorry.
Here, average price.
209. Okay, means the house average price is about 209. You see 2021, how much is that?
432,000.
Means index point you see the index point is 200.3 Then the 2021 2010 is 97.2 This one index means if let's say you have for example you have 100, the 100 calculate as an index is 100. Then 10 years later it become 200 means the index is called 200. Also means that your price increased twice already. Hello.
Twice already. Yes.
10 years.
Yeah.
10 years increased twice. Means you
100%.
buy now the property, for example, 500K. 10 years later, will be double to 1 million. Guys. Even though market, we should say now is very bad. MCO, everyone work very hard, but the price, you can't drop it because it's still there. See?
Yes.
You see the red color line, you can see the red color line. Challenge you can drop for the figure there. Even though this one drop already, because this one is actually year to year compare. Yes, it's drop. Year to year is drop because compare 1 year to 1 year. But however, overall 10 years is still increased to twice. So for you all, maybe to buy a house, you don't worry, you stay now, 10 years later, your house double up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be a good investment for this.
100%.
At least it's a saving. It's a saving. You also can save in a bank, will be double up twice also.
Yeah, preserve the value of the money. Put it this way.
I give you
Right.
5% for the bank interest. Also 50%. Half only.
Index. Okay, all this index. Not really. All the points and points numbers. We all skip that. Very boring. If you want to look through it, then we will send you the PDF file, but you must contact us.
Yes.
Okay, let's say occupation purpose.
Oh, this one your office.
This is more on office. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, not bad, but compare last year to this year, last year Q4 to this year, occupation still got 70 something leh.
Occupancy still okay. It has dropped slightly. It's
Yep.
dropped slightly, but still okay.
Surprisingly, they
believe
say work
because-
from home. Yeah.
No, I believe a lot of commercial units and also retail, the landlord itself, the landlord or the management of the shopping mall itself, I believe they also do give out some rental rebates. We actually make the tenant stay. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
negotiate for the rental.
Slightly lower rental during this period of time. So that's why you can
Right.
see the occupancy did not fluctuate much. It's just a slight drop only last year versus this year.
Okay. Yeah, slightly
Yeah.
drop. So this is more on commercials buildings, not really affecting for most of people that is stay at home or want a home buyers. So just a little bit of extra information just for reference. So just in the conclusion, in a nutshell, the market is still moving on no matter what, because it's still a basic necessary for most of us. People, in fact, I think this is where people will buy more properties. As many people staying home, spend more time at home. They might wants to upgrade to a bigger size. They might move out to expand. Some family wants to have their own privacy. That could be a possible that people are looking for home outside to have their own personal space. So, in fact, if you're talking about pandemic, you really need more houses to make sure people stay at home. The more comfortable, the more cozier it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way, right? I hope there's such thing as called what furniture tax free.
I think
There's a
that is not possible.
HOC already, right? As HOC for buying house. But if your house is so empty without furniture, people still want to go out. So government must make sure they also come with a package to have a furniture tax free, so that people will stay at home comfortably and refuse to go out.
Oh,
Okay, ignore my nonsense.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We shall ignore your nonsense.
All right, just joke aside. Yeah, and anything to add on, beloved Kevin
Okay.
and Joe.
So
Any
far
questions
let's-
on the
today, information is quite facts and figures, quite a lot. Okay. to
Hope it doesn't
digest.
bore you. Hope it doesn't bore you with all these facts and figures.
Yeah. And I believe that if let's say for those who are interested to get some information, you can actually text either one of us, and we'll be glad to share the ebook with you.
The e-brochure, just a PDF file.
Just yeah.
You can scan our QR code. If let's say just now we have a lot of, I think we have a lot of the data and the figures. Come wait. Well, Nunu want to know where can we get the details. Yes, you just scan 3 of us, then we will send you the PDF file, the ebook. Okay, there are more details about it in the file.
Yes.
Okay, whoever want to, all right. So whoever want to share to your friends about today's topics and our the figure, right? You can share once we completed this video. So okay, pass back to
Pass
Kevin.
to Kevin. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Terence, for your factual sharing
welcome.
today. Yeah, for your factual sharing today. Thank you very much. And is there any further question? Thank you, Nurul, for supporting. Is there any question from any of the audience? Joe, do you have any question to ask?
No.
Anything that you want to share? No, all right. I think since in this case there is no question so far, all is well. Thank you so much, Terence, once again for your valuable sharing with us, and then also with the audience. And
Okay.
hope to see you all again next week. The time will be Thursday, right, Joe? Next week it will be Thursday.
Yes.
We will
Thursday?
The more
we'll
confirmed
update
one
in the
will
Facebook.
update through the
Hmm.
poster.
Yeah.
So it's also a good reason to follow us on our Facebook.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Teresa.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. So do follow us and hope to share
Okay.
more and hope to see you all again soon next week. Thank you once again. I'm Kevin. And
I'm
the sharer
Terence.
for today is Terence.
I'm
and
Joe.
our guest today is Joe. All right. Thank you so
Alright.
much, everyone.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
See you.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.